is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. I'm just not good at it. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible! Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Whoa, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Do-do-do. Do I remember everybody's voices? Maybe. Oh, my sweeties! You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. They said that since I'm a famed magician, let's make your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. What the frig? The night of the crime. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here is how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is just not something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says, it wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus, please. Fabulous! A great joke! Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like that? The sky is angry at me. Over there, it's plain. But I've won on the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage, but the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something I simply cannot tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Ambition, huh? Isn't that video game, that set of video games that are really, really shit flash games about psychology that aren't really good at it? I don't know. Oh my sweeties want to hear about the Grand Prix, do they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling the story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica, I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Watch and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? No, we can't talk about anything else, I don't think. I don't wanna. Ah, the wonders of recording next to a window. You hear that? It sounds like somebody's chopping a tree down. It sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. You ready? Yes, wait. Quit your whining, let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this just isn't gonna work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're gonna have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you gonna do then? Hello, man. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Whoa. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we tried his idea for a new routine. So we were trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquism act. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible! See? Even they're surprised by the idea, I told you! They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is! Now I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. I know you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yeah? Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and we didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What do you think? Everything? What? I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Huh, you haven't even got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Huh? waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So, how is the new routine working out? Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine's a secret. We're gonna take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. That sounds incredible. But let me make one thing clear. We're not gonna take on the world just cause that jerk said we would. That jerk? Max Galactica? Performers should aim for the world. Who does he think he is? Who the hell do you think he is? Trillo, you seem to be really fired up about this. He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right. You're right. Mark my words. I, Trilloquist, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Roll, roll, roll your boat will be the key to glorious victory. Not to rain in your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up, you gotta be a part of this too. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Nah, I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Being bossed around by a woman. I know how you feel. No, you don't. Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to the old clown sucks out all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Franziska really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip, no way. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma is always gonna rise on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she's wound him pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the criminal jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Von Karma. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. He's a bird who'll get eaten by cats. Ah, right. Welcome. What's this guy's voice again? Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria. Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is? Riddle time! Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this, it's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Buzz, wrong, try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie? Oh, I got it! Okay, what's your answer? Because they're in the cafeteria. Exactly! It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. Laughter. I don't understand the joke. I did it! What's going on? He's being too nice. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was gonna be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd last night I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly! How can you not laugh at such stunning comedy like that? Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just flew through the air? It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a Psychlock. He's gotta be telling the truth. A Psychlock? I'm not gonna go with Psychlock, that sounds weird. Psychlock, Psychlock. Nothing got with me. The last person we saw already talked about the stuff in the photo, so you know. Ah, not this picture. I showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Laughing. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing's enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow down to his greatness. He's got a big bust? I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago, all of a sudden, the bus disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick! I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this or if he's just setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet mo is a good mo in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there's one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us! Well, on the morning of the crime over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it's been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? Nick! I think this is a very important clue. Why wasn't it presented yesterday? I'm complaining. Max? Max, we got you a thing. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted in the wall of the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart suddenly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see... Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Oh. Okay. Your sweetie pie princess. Okay. Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why'd he do that? Maybe it was cold or something? Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet that's the other half of the note that Mel gave us. Then let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it! It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. Hey, Detective Gumshoe! I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I am done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Miss Von Karma... Nick? What is that? That beeping sound? It's Miss Von Karma. What? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, quick. See ya, pal. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. Uh-oh, the whip. Ow! That whip could cut right through me. Von Karma. She really did appear. It was a battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. Fight. Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something, huh? Huh! I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. Or that extreme lack of accent right now. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in a summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My father? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trains the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was... right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Huh? Little brother? Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? After that case, Edgeworth was in a peculiar state. And he got worse every day. He never set foot in court again. Note that... Remember, Rice in the Ashes doesn't exist in canon at the moment. He never set foot into court again. And then, one day, he just... vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was right after you left to go home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did! You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor! You effectively killed the prosecutor in him! Just like your victory muddied the honorable name von Karma. I'm going to find him. Then, I'm going to teach him the difference between right and wrong with my own hands. Nick! About Edgeworth? Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me say it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Von Karma? What? I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too. What happened? This dog is all bark and no bite. Bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick? Let's go. We need to talk to the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. I'm not entirely hot on the theme of this guy's design, but at the same time, I'm entirely for a character in a wheelchair in a video game. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Mr. Acro? How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro? You're a member of the circus as well? That's right. I mainly perform on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. I don't know, I think you do some pretty cool trapeze still. I mean, trapeze is like the rings and you hold them in your arms, right? You'd be like really good at that. Got any arms? Acro, why did you join the circus? What is a trapeze? I can't remember what the trapeze is. Somebody remind me what the trapeze is, please! Beautiful caption goes around here and it tells me what the trapeze is. I think he can still do some stuff. He's got arms. I don't know. I didn't know some stuff involves arms and not legs. I don't know. I can't remember anything. I'm not a gymnast. When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then, one night, they decided to run away from it all. Without me. Huh? The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how somebody repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. That was Phoenix being girlfriend. Such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were both The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. That's awful. It is awful. You should have disability access. The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right? A cyclog? It doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at the circus then? I stopped by yesterday and I noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw. What you saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive it was Max you saw flying? I'm absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick? I've got a bad feeling about this. Ah! Nick! Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. Stay! Stay! Heal! There's somewhere around here, isn't it? Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake. A mistake? Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there at lesson, but I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? You know, it's a pity about what happened with the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father. That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked to my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? That means that my dad is looking down at me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will. You think? I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. I wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Just to go back and clear something up, why'd you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful, you should see it. What are spangles? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney? Huh? If you saw that monkey, you'll get my dress back for me, won't you? It's really important to me. What the hell? Did you say, would you kindly? Which one should I click? I'm so confused. There we go. I've been told to click 2. Leave it all up to us! There's no way I could turn down that request. Yay! You're really gonna do it? I don't think anything I said would have changed. But there you go. What the hell? Oh, she's so bouncy and cute. Meow, 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 meow. Anyway, we're gonna find money. I'm gonna get paid! Hey, magical girl lady! I was told to show you this thing. The note says 6 months ago, that happens. That's what we're questioning about 6 months ago. Because the note says 6 months ago, and I should have looked at that, and they should have put that in the dialogue, but they didn't. Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what this is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket? I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I'd go to the cafeteria and I'd eat my own breakfast. That's when you realized the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket. And then what? Well, I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there. How'd you know? So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. That's Pepper, isn't it? From the cafeteria? Huh? It's from the cafeteria? It's not. I remember seeing it there. So this was the cafeteria's Pepper. You know, I'm not a big fan of Pepper. Okay, now we churn along. Now we do the thing. I'm sorry, it's not as, you know, as organic in development as it should be. To space! Or to the moon. Or to the room. It's Mo's room, so it's the moon. Moon. Des moon. Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick! You're scaring me! Nick, it's money! That monkey's got his hands on something again. That's it! That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, that's not a dress, that's a vest. Time to take on this monkey attorney style! Why do people hate this case? Look at this, listen to this epic music playing. I've been asked to do this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. Yikes! Ah! I tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him. I really did. Nick, what's that? I swiped it while Money was distracted. Really? You're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it, let me see it. Oh my god, I didn't, like, save it or anything, so I can't show you everything else. Damn it. Huh? You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean. I really want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, I guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Not to mention it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Also, she said it was a dress, and that's clearly a vest. Regina, I hope there's another part to this costume. It's not Maya's size at all. That's the only thing we know about it. Here you go, Regina. Yay! Thank you! You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing. No wonder guys melt to mush in front of this girl. Hey, Regina! That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about. Oh, the one that someone killed. Wait, so then you don't have to be, like, ashamed that it doesn't fit or anything. Because it should be too big. No wonder it was a vest. Leon, who was beautiful. He was killed, wasn't he? That's right. My daddy killed him. Why? Leon did something really bad during practice. During practice? Leon was sitting down, and then he opened his mouth, you know. Ah. Usually when he did that, he would put my head in his mouth. What? Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. You sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing? Oh, yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina! Everything was alright though, right? Oh, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. Poor thing. So in a cafeteria. Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Bistro de Cirque, aka the cafeteria. It smells so good in here. Those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazy burger monster. My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted bun, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven. I bet. I can tell by the smell. Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. I feel like I've heard that phrase before. Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do? That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? Ooh. He's calmed down a bit now, but when the murder happened, he was livid. Acro was so upset he said he couldn't go on. He was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyway, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What? Really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max? He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. No. All that's been left is to see if everyone would get over the tragedy. You know... The tragedy? You know? You know, what is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Don't worry about it. It's nothing at all. He must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Dang, correctamundo. Doesn't he mean ding? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said if everyone would get over it seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. He's aching. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break, us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, huh? Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus? Okay, there's no need to look scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers, let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. My kind of guy, but then I also like burgers, but I'm just gonna hang out with both of them. Why don't we have chicken burgers? That'll settle it. There you go, that's what you're having in your party. Actually, I've kind of got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about an accident? This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? He's not in profiles. It's disappointing. The line is evidence. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a performance, right? What? I told him so many times. You shouldn't be doing dangerous performances like that. Putting their head inside of Leon's mouth was a part of the act. But Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He could never say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo, don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Who must be talking about? Mo, is this the person you promised to that you wouldn't say anything? It must have been Acro, right? How'd you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. It's just like you said. You know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it probably would have been better off if he did. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. But when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Coma? All he does now is lay in bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They were an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team. Got down at the same time. Who is Acro's younger brother? Sean Dingling, but everyone always called him Bad. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, when we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." Why'd he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. He? You mean Leon? Yeah, Leon. When he bent down, he was smiling. Some sick grin. No way, that's impossible! A smirking lion. A flying murderer. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all of these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have shut down if we did. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. So that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka, 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 shaka. There he goes again, acting like his normal, crazy self. Nice! What a wonderful sneeze! Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana? That's basic clownmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with Pepper too? She does. Bat would always tease him with Pepper. Bat? From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. They looked so perfect together, huh? Edit in a cuter sneeze, Kevin. Like that, maybe. That's not actually a real sneeze. But I have sneezed like that, it was really awkward. I'm just, again, just gonna... This is gonna be quite regular now. I'll just stream, like... investigation and trial separate periods now. I think that's just gonna be the pattern for it, since I don't know how much time I'm gonna get alone. Mr. Wright. Back again, I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was it somebody else? We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well, well, it seems like you've got things you want to talk about so far away. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately, acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he'd have no reason to keep it a secret. Acro, are you really telling me that the practice accident was the cause of your injury? Leon? 6 months ago, you were attacked by a lion. That's when you were injured. I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. I'm not sure if attack is the best word to be using. You must have battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. Bad. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Oh. He must have told you. Yeah, we learned about that from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue? Cut down at the same time. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up wrapped up together. You two ended up wrapped up in the same accident together, like always. I see. But an accident is just an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's psych lock. He must have an incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain that one more? Acro, I know you're still hiding something from me. Maybe something you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Regina? You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like how cruel she is. Well done, Mr. Attorney, you've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina is incapable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Ah, maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. This... Where did you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. That's... Didn't he realize how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. But that line was very old to begin with. And age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened? He just wanted to take her out to the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up... What about Bat? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh, yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross, it's covered in blood. This scarf was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. What? When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick! I know, Mo said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Von Karma? I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons on Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro, we'll talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro, let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Now what are we gonna do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now.